My name is Camille Pless, and this is my pitch for my film Until Ragnarok, a Norse mythology-inspired fantasy adventure. It explores the themes of fate and that people are not a dichotomy of good and evil, black and white, but are made up of many different shades of grey. My film is about two hotel employees working the night shift who accidentally align themselves with the escaped Norse god Loki, which places a target on their backs and drags them into an ancient conflict between the Norse gods and the frost giants as time ticks slowly on towards Ragnarok. Morgan Adwell and Will Marsh are working the night shift in a failing and empty hotel in Northumberland when the Norse god Loki crashes through the door seeking some place to hide. Morgan, having seen this man in a dream, humors his request, wanting answers. When a man, who we later find out is Odin, comes asking whether they've seen anything unusual, they lie and seal their fate. Accidentally, they place themselves on the side of Loki, who's being hunted by the rest of the Norse gods for escaping imprisonment. They lie and made an enemy of Odin, king of the gods. To ensure their own safety, they must make a deal with Loki. They will help him escape Midgard, land of humans, and in return, he will find a way to appease the wrath of Odin. First, the group look for an ally. To do this, they carefully make their way south to York, the former Viking settlement of Jorvik, avoiding all the traps and ambushes laid by the Norse gods. In York, there are ash trees there. There are offshoots of the world tree Yggdrasil that connect to the whole tree. Using Morgan and her seer abilities as a conduit, Loki sacrifices to the tree and sees their ally Angrboda, sending her a message and a meeting place. Just before they make it to the arranged meeting place, Morgan, Will, and Loki are seen by Odin's ravens Hugin and Munnin, who report back to their master. Odin sends the god Heimdall to bring Loki in. It is only due to Angrboda's intervention that they are able to escape. With the help of Angrboda, they leave Midgard and go to Jotunheim, land of the frost giants, where Loki's family is. Morgan discovers more of her abilities and learns how to harness them and use them to their advantage. Loki's father Thorbaldi has stolen the moon from the sky and hangs it in his halls. The chaos created by this was what had allowed Loki to escape in the first place. They decide to steal the moon and return it to the gods, as this would be the quickest way to appease them and for Loki to fulfill his end of the deal. It would also be the easiest thing they could do. While in the halls of Thorbaldi, they task the dwarves to craft a fake moon they can switch out for the real one. When this goes wrong, they are forced to accelerate their plans for fear of being caught. Their accelerated plan goes wrong, and they are unable to make the switch as one of Loki's brothers uncovers their plan and stands against them with a small force of trusted frost giants. They are forced to return to Midgard, injured and exhausted, which is immediately noticed by Odin, who summons a host of gods and valkyries to ride them down. Morgan and Will manage to trick the gods into chasing them, thinking that they are Loki and Angrboda, while the other two escape, and then they force the gods to make a deal. They summon the world serpent Jormungandr, as they had seen Angrboda do previously, and then threaten to throw the moon to him to swallow, knowing that until Ragnarok the serpent could not be killed and the moon could not be retrieved. They agree to hand over the moon in exchange for oaths that no god will pursue them or punish them. When things are settled down, Morgan and Will return to York to use the world tree Yggdrasil to see whether Loki and Angrboda have really escaped or whether they have been captured. They see them free on another world, out of reach of the gods.